This is called bathroom remodel. Myself. I already took this door off. It was an old door, very much like this one. I'm replacing it with a really nice Douglas fir door that's gonna slide into the pocket, hopefully. Maybe that way. Then all this is coming out. This is coming out. Be replaced with another one that I'll show you. And then these walls are all coming apart. And the ceiling. The toilet's going to be saved, but it's coming out. The floor's coming out. It's cold in here. This sink doesn't drain right and has never drained right. I'm going to get the plumbing all redone under here. I'm going to do it myself if I can. I'm going to insulate from the ground. This is ground out here because the house ends right there, the brick. And this is an addition, so it's very cold. I'm going to insulate from the ground up and all around the pipes with thermoprotectant. Then there's going to be a 3-inch heater vent right in here somewhere. And all this is going to be insulated in the walls and the ceiling and the floor. Then new wallboard, then new cedar tongue and groove and cedar trim everywhere. All done myself. I got a new DeWalt table saw right here. I'm going to set up, learn how to use. I've used table saws before, but I'm going to do it right. I got a miter saw that I just bought. I got every Cobalt 24-volt tool that there is. And right now I'm going to do the demo. I'm going to save this light. I saved that mirror that's missing. I'm going to save this light. I'm going to save this. This is a picture of the hippie who did a lot of the work on my house with his special garb on. And I'm going to save this one. I really like it. That's Lila, my daughter. I'm getting rid of these. I'm going to save this. Save that. I think I'll save that. That's nice too. That's a photograph by my lovely wife. And I think I might get rid of this one. So here we go. All this trim's coming out. Today I'm probably going to take off all the accoutrements and pack them up and maybe rip out the ceiling and take out this thing and turn off the water. This is about 4 hours in. I got all the paneling off, all the trim, all the ceiling. The toilet out of here. And the vanity out of here. And now I'm going to dig into these old walls and rip them off. Ceiling, walls, probably this door trim too. Yeah. And then that'll probably be a good day. This is during the demo. It's got this really old wool insulation. There's the brick wall to the house. Almost done all the walls, and then I got to do the floor. Show you how many bags I have so far. And I'm thinking about doing this window with a crank out sideways one. That would be nice. This is in the trash so far. All these panelings, the door. I don't know how many bags that is. It's a lot of bags, and I'm not done yet. One little bathroom had all that stuff. This is after day one. I'm taking a break on day two. Got all the walls cleared out, all the insulation, all the nails, the trim around the window, and more than half of the floor out. And there's a second floor. So my theory is that I'm going to take this first floor up and then take a look at where the plumbing goes and possibly take the second floor up underneath the plumbing, which has to become more angled for better drainage. This is where the old plumbing went to the vanity, and it never drained right because I think this is not enough of a slant here. And then this is me measuring for the barn door that would slide to the left here, and you see how wide the opening is. I had to decide how much I needed to close the opening and how far it would slide back to the left, and how it would still then, when it was slid over the opening, cover the opening. A lot of calculations. How high the door is going to be, how much off the floor, what rollers to use, lots of stuff to think about. Here it is after all the plumbing's done. I think the guy did a really great job and installed this heater vent. Now we're ready for the floor and the walls. And right here coming up, you can see the window I installed myself right there. This is me doing it. This is the plywood that goes under the thick oak flooring, and cutting out all the places. Like that's the heater vent, that's the toilet. I had my protractor out for that one. All right, putting it in. I started early today on this. I got this thin plywood in. It's looking pretty good. A little choppy on that one. This one I didn't screw in yet. I'm screwing it in with the star screws, whatever they are called. And I still have this and this electric to put up in the ceiling. Here's the floor all in. 1.25 inches by 6 reclaimed red oak. I filled it with this chocolate latex filler where there were holes, like nail holes. And then I'm sanding with this Craftsman 3x21 inch belt sander. I started with 36. Now I'm doing 60, but I'm getting more 36 for over here. I'm doing 60 over here. All the walls are done and caulked or filled with foam filler, and the ceiling and the electrical's all done. And here's where the vent is. I just have a plastic bag in it to catch the dust. Next is going to be the cedar walls. Got all these cut and together, and then I just moved the whole thing out, and I'm putting this glue on, which is Loctite heavy duty. And then after that, I'm gonna nail it with this brad nailer, 1.5 inch brads. Here it is with all the walls and the ceiling done. And you can see how it looks when it's oiled. I'm using organic almond oil with a paintbrush. You can see how the grain and the knots come out really nicely. Still got to do the trim around the window and the electric. So then I went off to build the barn door, help out myself during the process at End Grain Design and Reclaimed Lumber in the Lancaster area. This is the shop. This is End Grain Design Shop. That's Dave Farrell over there. And we're gonna build a barn door for my bathroom today out of this hemlock that's been reclaimed from the mushroom beds and power wash. That's what does this. It's got a lot of character. Love it. Here we're laying out the first 4 boards that'll be the main door. They just got a big job in Cleveland. This is Locust. This is going to make up a road in Cleveland. This is the joiner. So it takes the edge and straightens it. So now we have a straighter edge here. So he keeps taking them over there and running them through the joiner to get enough off of each one so we can get down to our 29-inch width, because they're all too wide right now. Alright, this is all cut and straightened, so now this is what the door is going to look like. And we're going to do biscuit joins now. Marking where the biscuits are going to go.
Yep.
So that red mark is the blade.
Yep. That's where it's going to cut. Now we'll push this forward, so we're going to be using that side of the biscuit. So see the mark here?
Yeah.
That goes on that.
Yeah. There you go, look at that.
So we know we got some in these. These are being, now we know there's glue in here. And I'm not worried about it. I'll show you one little important thing, kind of most people miss. Is when you're, see, I like to have these already in the way I've got it.
Yeah.
So we smear the glue. What's important is put it on here.
Okay.
That way there, when you go to squeeze these together, you won't get a dry spot.
Uh-huh.
If you just had it on the bottom, it goes together, there's no glue on the top.
Uh-huh.
So always make sure in front of the biscuits, put a little extra glue.
That's the top.
Yep. Pop the pressure out of this.
Yeah.
So if there's any binding,
Yeah.
wait to one side.
Warm water, getting the glue
Yep.
off.
Get the tape off.
So we're putting powder in
Yep. So as that
where we
seeps,
couldn't get the glue out.
Yep. So as that seeps
it'll
down
dry
in.
and be a wood color.
Yep.
Now we're going to cut this end off.
Yeah. I just popped this off first.
Now we're sizing up the footer board. And that's going to be the header up there. So the whole door wasn't wanting to lay flat,
Now,
so
we're going to try to
putting these clamps to try to persuade it to lay flat. So then I put a coat of this urethane on, water-based, which is the lighter option, more natural wood look. Now just dry brush to get out the excess.
Yep.
Alright, putting the cross piece in. This time we glued it and screwed it. It's looking like a door. Alright, this is after everything's done but the door. Got this mirror in. I think I showed that trim before. These lights in. This one's really nice at night. Hammered iron plates. Hand hammered iron hooks. One here too. Very nice. Door goes next. First I'm going to put the other stud on here. Then I'm going to install the hemlock from the outer edge of this drywall to the outer edge of this cedar, so that later I can put a piece of hemlock on top of this here for trim. There's the door kind of in place. I had to rip off some trim here and sand and clean. Took off some hooks here because the door is going to slide right through here. Then we'll refinish, trim this with something. And there's what it will look like when open. And this door, I didn't even move that. That's how that was, which is really nice. And it still clears. Looks like it'll clear. I might have to move it a little bit because of this knob and this piece sticking out. But that door will be probably a little bit in. I'm not sure though. A little bit more in, yeah. And I had to build out these, just put these two posts in, studs in. So they're nice and square, and that gives me a smaller opening so that my door can cover it easily after the hemlock goes like this. So again, it's going to come out to here, and it'll come out to here. So a piece like that. And then another piece, trim here and trim out here, right from here. There you go. And here are some stills of the end product. Came out really nice. A lot of grainy, beautiful wood. Here's the barn door. Floor came up really nice, went oiled twice. And here on the right, in the doorway, you see the dark, rich hemlock that I was talking about. That's probably my favorite part. But the trim around the window is awesome too. So now you know how to do it. Go build your own bathroom. Have a good day.